Tim Bratz has built a career around solving problems that only show up at scale. As the founder of Legacy Wealth Holdings, he oversees a commercial real estate portfolio that spans thousands of rental units across multiple states. Over time, that level of responsibility exposed a set of challenges that many operators feel but struggle to define. Fragmented systems, unclear communication, and delayed visibility into performance were not abstract concerns. They were daily obstacles that affected revenue, staffing, and long-term decision-making. This interview explores how years of managing large multifamily portfolios pushed Tim Bratz to create a technology platform focused on fixing real operational challenges. Drawing from his experience as an owner, educator, and operator, the story highlights why systems matter more than shortcuts and why clarity often determines whether growth becomes an asset or a liability. Legacy Wealth Holdings did not grow by accident. The company built its portfolio through disciplined acquisitions, internal management, and a focus on operational control. Today, the firm owns more than $350 million in commercial real estate, representing nearly 3,000 rental units across 8 states. That scale brings leverage, but it also brings complexity. As Bratz explains, the larger the portfolio becomes, the faster small problems can turn into expensive ones. Missed lease renewals, payroll inefficiencies, properties drifting off budget, and teams operating on instinct rather than data all compound as unit counts rise. These were not theoretical risks. They were issues his team experienced firsthand while managing thousands of residents and vendors. Traditional property management software did little to solve the underlying problem. Teams relied on multiple tools that did not communicate with each other. Information lived in emails, spreadsheets, task managers, and accounting platforms. Weekly management calls often focused on reconciling conflicting data instead of addressing root causes. Over time, Bratz realized that bad property management eroded profitability more than most external market factors combined. The idea for smart management did not come from a product roadmap or a tech conference. It came from a question posed by one of Bratz's investors, Brian Fast. After sitting in on management calls, Fast asked whether there was a better way to handle operations. Bratz's answer was simple. There was not. That honesty became the starting point. Fast, who has a deep background in software engineering and had worked on complex defense systems, saw parallels between property management and other high-stakes operational environments. When systems fail to communicate, outcomes suffer. Together, they began designing a platform that addressed the problem at its source. Smart management was built around a single idea. Everyone involved in operating a rental portfolio should work from one centralized system. From ownership and executives to on-site staff and contractors, all communication, tasks, expenses, and reporting should live in one place. That structure eliminates guesswork and reduces the risk that critical information disappears when staff changes or priorities shift. Unlike many platforms designed by third-party developers, smart management was shaped by daily operational realities. Bratz and his team built features based on problems they had already paid for in time and money. The goal was not to add more tools, but to remove friction. When managing thousands of units, visibility matters more than volume. Operators need to see trends early, not after they show up in financial statements. Smart management was designed to surface issues before they impact net operating income. Budget drift, delayed maintenance, staffing inefficiencies, and renewal risks are easier to address when they are identified quickly. Another priority was accountability. When communication happens across multiple channels, responsibility becomes blurred. Smart management forces clarity by keeping tasks, conversations, and documentation in one environment. This structure allows leaders to see what is happening at the property level without relying on second-hand updates. Rather than rushing to onboard users, the smart management team has taken a deliberate approach. Early adopters are brought onto the platform with an emphasis on understanding how their portfolios actually operate. The onboarding process focuses on workflows, key performance indicators, and team alignment. This measured rollout reflects Bratz's background in coaching and education. Through Legacy Family Mastermind, he has worked with entrepreneurs and investors who are scaling their portfolios. That experience reinforced a simple truth. Tools only create value when people understand and use them consistently. Early feedback from users has been consistent. Many operators did not realize how fragmented their systems were until everything was centralized. The platform provided clarity across properties and teams, making it easier to identify inefficiencies and prioritize action. Bratz's leadership style in the tech space is shaped by his work as both an operator and an educator. Coaching teaches that complexity does not drive results. Clarity does. That principle influences how smart management is built and refined. If a platform is difficult to understand, teams avoid it. If teams avoid it, the data becomes incomplete. Smart management prioritizes usability because adoption determines whether systems actually improve performance. Bratz emphasizes that features matter less than whether teams log in every day and rely on the platform to do their jobs better. This mindset also extends to transparency. Owners often believe they know what is happening across their portfolios, but gaps between perception and reality grow as operations expand. By centralizing data and communication, smart management narrows that gap and helps leaders make informed decisions faster. While property management is the initial focus, Bratz views it as an entry point rather than a final destination. The same operational challenges appear across asset-based businesses. Lack of visibility, unclear accountability, and disconnected systems limit growth in many industries. Over time, smart management aims to expand into additional verticals where owners need insight without adding layers of management. The long-term vision includes deeper automation, improved alerts, and tools that help operators identify risks and trends earlier. The goal is to support disciplined growth without increasing overhead. Bratz believes that as margins tighten and competition increases, operators with clean data and structured systems will outperform those relying on spreadsheets and reactive management. Technology alone does not guarantee success, but disciplined systems create a foundation that allows teams to respond rather than react. Beyond his companies, Tim Bratz has built a substantial presence among real estate professionals and entrepreneurs. Through social media and education initiatives, he reaches hundreds of thousands of people interested in scaling rental portfolios and building passive income through real estate. That influence comes with responsibility. Bratz is direct about the challenges of growth and the importance of operational discipline. He emphasizes that freedom in business is built through structure, not shortcuts. Systems create optionality by reducing reliance on individual heroics. This perspective resonates with investors who are transitioning from small portfolios to larger operations. As unit counts rise, the margin for error shrinks. Clear processes and centralized communication become non-negotiable. Looking ahead, Bratz expects smart management to reshape how operators understand their businesses. By shrinking the gap between what owners think is happening and what is actually happening, the platform supports faster decisions and tighter control. Over the next decade, efficiency and transparency will determine which operators thrive. Portfolios that rely on fragmented tools and reactive management will struggle as complexity increases. Those that invest in clarity and accountability will be better positioned to protect returns and adapt to changing conditions. For Tim Bratz, the work is less about technology and more about discipline. Software is a means to an end. The real objective is helping owners stay in control as they grow, without adding unnecessary complexity or overhead. Tim Bratz is not about chasing trends. He is about recognizing patterns that repeat at scale and addressing them with intention. From building a national real estate portfolio to launching a centralized operating platform, his focus remains consistent. Clear systems support better decisions, and better decisions create durable businesses. As smart management continues to evolve, it reflects lessons learned through experience rather than theory. For operators navigating growth, that perspective may be its most valuable feature.